right now.
Close enough.
So
Hey,
good.
there's the word. You see a word today, and welcome to the second episode of Noob Show. Joining us again, we have Mahogany, and first time come-ons, long-time listeners, Aaron Frakes
Yeah,
and
just
Terance
Frakes.
Crosby.
Just Frakes, please. We're trying not to use...
I didn't mean to do that.
I don't know you well enough for you to use my first name.
You're fine with it being out there?
Yeah, it's fine. No, I was making a joke, yeah.
I thought your first
cool.
name
No,
was Aaron.
No,
I
it
actually...
was just Aaron.
I had a stroke reading that, and for some reason my mind forgot who Aaron Frakes was.
Yeah, because I am just Frakes.
Yeah.
You are just Frakes.
Like,
Aaron,
Terance will sometimes call you Matt, and I'm like, does not compute.
Yeah, we're trying to break him out of that.
Who, me?
It's spelled...
Yeah, you.
Oh.
It's spelled Aaron Frakes, but it's pronounced Aaron Frakes.
It's like saying flakes with an accent.
Yeah. Or rakes with an F in front.
Or if you're
Frakes.
Kevin, Franks.
Franks.
Yeah.
Kevin
I
does
think
call you
that's my
Frakes.
main source of animosity upon meeting Kevin was that I told him numerous times that there was no N in my name, and he still persisted in putting the N in there. I spelled it for him, and he still called me Franks. And I'm like, this was before Monster Hunter International came out, so I didn't have that cool psychological connotation between Franks, the Frankenstein monster, and me.
Yeah. Just makes you sound like a pack of hot dogs otherwise.
Exactly. That's what I always think of.
Makes me think of
Franks.
Vikings.
I'm not a ballpark.
I mean, you kind of are, but I mean, you're huge.
Oh, last of our show episode, I made a joke about throwing children, and I feel that I need to publicly apologize because
Wait! Before we do that, let me get some silence so I can put in some nice backdrops for this apology. And let's do it, Frakes. Let's hear this apology.
Okay, so I do apologize to all of my listeners and my fans. There is absolutely no way that I can throw a child, stiff or floppy, 20 yards. 5 yards maximum, that's as far as I could chuck them.
I'm glad you came clean with that.
I had to.
Sounds like you recently chucked a stiff child.
Or a floppy one, you know.
Well, I mean, if you grab them by the leg and the arm, and you get a good hammer throw, you can get some more distance.
That is probably the best grip.
I think if you're going to throw a child, you want to throw a floppy one. That way they roll more and, like, bounce a little.
Why do you want them to bounce?
Well, they're like, their body will absorb the...
Oh, you're acting like I
motion
care
better.
about these kids.
No, I don't care about them. I just want more distance.
It only counts where it hits, man. It's like shot put.
That's bullshit.
give
That
him-
is bullshit.
If we give him really fuzzy socks, we'll act like a dart and even them out.
Put some fins on their feet.
There you go, even them out. So, I have some notes I've been taking for this next one.
Oh, okay. No.
Oh,
And
getting organized. That's weird.
He's
not really.
He's whipping out
organized.
his interviewing skills.
Those notes are 16 on a D20. One
No.
controller.
Sorry. No, my notes was, I was thinking the other day, it's like, if aliens came down, we don't speak the same language, right?
Maybe.
If I point at something, do you think they'll look at it or be really confused on what I'm doing?
Oh, like a dog? Do you think
Yeah,
that they
like
just
if I-
look at the finger that's being
Yeah.
pointed
Yeah.
because they
So-
don't understand the concept of linear space?
Yeah, so a dog, you point, it usually looks at where you're pointing.
I feel like an alien species that can travel across the cosmos at like relativistic speeds would know linear space.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's like eye contact, in America we do eye contact as like a respect thing. But other places I'll get your ass beat.
Yeah.
So,
It's like
back to the aliens thing. This morning, as I was relieving myself, I heard this high-pitched wee in my ear, and I thought to myself, oh, maybe the aliens are pinpointing me for something. And then I'm like, wait, no, that's ridiculous. I would be like an ant among an anthill to a highly evolved species. So for them to go, hey, That ant is pretty spectacular. That's some narcissistic, egotistical bullshit.
Yeah, especially while you're touching your own penis.
Well, that was what I was thinking would get their attention.
You said. I know you told a story, but I was thinking the whole time when you said relieve yourself, I'm like, in what way?
I was thinking pooping. That's just what I like. You know.
No. I black out when I poop.
Ugh,
my.
weird. Gotta make wiping hard.
I've only done that once.
No, that's still weird.
Oh, yes, it was very weird. I came to with my head face down in the tub going, okay, I'm okay. And I was like, well, that's scary. Maybe I need to drink more water and eat more roughage.
Did you black out or pass out?
Pass out, yeah. I didn't.
Okay.
Is this like from a hard strain? Are you really that stopped up?
I was, yes. I bore down too hard.
You know,
I was grayed out and fainted.
All the things Mahogany doesn't like talking about, and we're just straight up going to it first thing.
I feel like that's the notes that Noob took. Was like, what are the things that Mahogany?
No, I haven't taken that. We know what makes you upset. It's shrimping. Shrimping makes you upset.
No,
I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't bare my soul here. I thought this was a safe space.
No, have at ye.
No, I'm laughing because if you blacked out while taking a shit, that means you were doing other things while you were taking a shit.
I came to and I just had blood all over my body. I didn't know where it came from or whose blood it was.
Yeah, alright, so this is going to be, next episode is going to be sponsored by Activia. We're going to get Frakes.
Some doo-doo yogurt. That's exactly what you need.
I actually started mixing plain Greek yogurt into my salsa again, and haven't had that issue since. So,
what do you mean? Why are you mixing yogurt and salsa?
Because it tastes exactly like sour cream. Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Plain Greek yogurt tastes exactly like sour cream.
You cannot tell the difference if it's in the salsa.
Yep. Except less creamy.
Why don't you tell us what you had for dinner 5 minutes ago?
I had a few slices of cheese, some carrots, some snap peas, some salami wrapped around provolone, some crackers, freeze-dried pineapples and prunes, all in a bowl, and I ate it with my hands like an animal.
Okay.
All in one bowl together, just like nom nom nom?
Yeah, because before that, you were describing a charcuterie board. Yeah. Up until in a bowl.
It's what I call a charcuterie bowl.
It's called slop.
With a spoon, like cereal?
No, fingers, like an animal.
Okay.
KFC did this a while back.
It's a famous
bowl.
Yeah, very famous.
Hey, don't knock that famous bowl.
It was delicious.
Yeah, it is just everything bad for you in a bowl.
Well, what I had for supper was the very healthy nacho fries Bel Grande and some leftover fried chicken.
I thought you were going to bring up the Double Down sandwich from KFC.
I don't even know.
What'd you have, Mahogany?
I had a sugar-free Red Bull. And now I'm having some red wine.
All right.
Because I just woke up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. But that's because I didn't really sleep last night because I was having arguments with people in my dreams last night, and I just couldn't sleep.
Are you doing more dreams?
I mean, let's get it. Whatever.
What were you saying, Terance?
I had another night of sweating and shivering because that vaccine has just whooped me for 2 days.
Oh, no.
It's that damn QAnon vaccine.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so yeah, we like to talk about dreams apparently on this show.
Do we?
I was going to ask a question about vegetables.
I don't know anything about vegetables.
Why do they get slimy after 2 days?
Hold on.
Why do carrots, specifically carrots, baby carrots? I mean, I bought this bag of stir-fry mix, and in 3 or 4 days, the fucking carrots were slimy.
So riddle me this, Batman. Were these the baby carrots that are actually baby carrots, or was these the baby carrots that are full-size carrots that are cut down to size?
I think they were the actual baby carrots because they had the ridges.
Well then, I have no answer for you.
Get rid of vegetables that are slimy. Vegetables should not be slimy and sticky. This indicates that it is spoiling and developing a film that contains bacteria.
I got rid of it all right.
Yeah,
There you go.
Add it.
I ate that shit.
At least wash it off.
Look,
No.
if you boil it enough, it's safe.
I didn't cook it. These were raw vegetables that I just ate. Because I don't want to put any effort into my sustenance.
Did you wash them at least? No,
No.
washing?
You'd rather have the effort on the exit, not the entry.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you don't wash them, you're going to have a less effort on the exit because it's just going to be like, you know, get away from me.
Just botulism.
Yeah.
You might as well just
That's
lick
alright.
a turtle to just follow it up. Like, the vegetables.
Get out of my body.
Look at these carrots kept in a bag.
Yeah.
When you get a bag, air them out, apparently. So just put some holes so they get some airflow and helps that.
Well, thank you, Noob. That is very informative.
Thank you for
Not
using
me.
Google at us.
Yeah, thank Google.
No,
I remember.
I will never
Noob,
thank Google.
I don't think you're old enough to remember this, Noob. You might not. But does everybody else remember right before everybody could Google stuff, you could text Cha-Cha
No.
and have them answer your question?
First
remember
off,
It was
KGB.
242-242, and you would text
I remember
that.
that,
You
by
remember
the way.
Cha-Cha? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like you had to, like it was this number where like it started, it was the original, let me Google it, was hold on, I'm gonna text Cha-Cha, and like people who like their whole cool points were built off of a bunch of bullshit and lies, they went down in levels really quickly because people started texting Cha-Cha. It's like, I'll pay 25 cents to figure out if you're full of shit or not, and most of the time they were full of shit, and
Oh
bam.
my god, do you remember the days when people would pay money to fact check their friends? And now we won't even fact check the news?
My, how the turntables.
How the turntables.
But Mahogany is right. I do not remember a world without Google.
Yeah,
It
that's
just
'cause
kind
you're
of
right.
appeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
also-
remember.
Doing some more reading, people sometimes find that baby carrots turn slimy in the fridge very soon after storage. They are going off due to poor storage conditions, poor harvest. If you eat them, you run the risk of food poisoning, usually from E. coli or salmonella bacteria.
That's my weight loss program.
Which brings me to my second note. Why the fuck is our immune system so dumb?
Evolution.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. You're still alive, right?
No. I had to take medicine not because of bacteria, but to stop my fever because my body's killing itself to stop the bacteria.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm allergic to stuff. That's my body killing itself for no reason.
Yep.
Like,
Which brings to my point, it's so dumb.
Well, think about this. The evolution is a process of maybe this'll work. And it's billions and billions and billions of years of maybe this'll work. And you're the product of billions of years of trial and error. Yeah, billions.
Billions.
so
and
this is my theory on it.
Billions
It's
and
like,
billions and billions.
it's like that manager that you have that is never satisfied with things are never good enough. They always have to change something, even if something's not broke. They're like, you know what? We're gonna try doing it this way now, and if it doesn't work, we're still gonna keep doing it that way because I said so. And that's what it is. Like, that's what your immune system is. Like, a lot of times they get it right, but half the time they're like, you know what? We're just doing this because I said so.
Well,
Why
it's
am
it's
I?
almost like your parents were the manager, and they said, "All right, we're going to set up this display like this, and we're going to lock that in for life because we can't change that until we determine whether this offspring is going to have offspring of their own to pass that trait on, or if they're going to die early because they're a failure."
Ugh.
And we won't know till they're dead.
And that's also, you also got to keep in mind, that is one of like 600 million little packets of information just shot out and jammed into an egg for fertilization. So it's like, if you were just a hair faster or a hair slower, maybe you'd be a different person.
You make human procreation sound so sexy.
Like, I mean, all I can say is I was right on time.
Procreation is not sexy.
Oh, you know-
Procreation is science.
What's really cool, speaking of science, A sperm has 37.5 megabytes of DNA. One ejaculation transfers 15,875 gigabytes of data.
It's a lot to swallow.
Hey, rim shot. Make sure to put a rim shot in there.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's really interesting. You know the internet also has weight?
Yeah, information.
Yeah, so that
Protons
weight...
and neutrons and shit, they have weight.
Yeah, so it's... You know how much that is? The equivalent to one strawberry.
The
about how much
is
the
a
internet is
strawberry.
one strawberry?
Roughly, yeah.
Is this one of these jumbo fucking GMO strawberries, or is this an organic?
It's an average strawberry. The average strawberry.
Okay.
But is it organic?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Is it farm to table?
Yeah.
Like
No.
I didn't realize that strawberries just like this is how fucked up. Like just living in the city all the time is like I didn't realize that strawberries actually grew in the wild until I saw them.
No,
I was like, holy shit! That is it's like that looks like a strawberry. That's crazy. That looks like the grocery store. But yeah, that's where they come from.
we used
It
to have
was-
plum trees growing wild around here, but I think
Plums are so good.
yeah.
Prunes.
Oh man, we used to have I hated watermelons. I always hated watermelons. The only part of watermelon I like is the part that's right by the rind where it's really sour.
The pickle.
Yeah,
You,
but
do you eat the pickles?
like that's the only part. Well, I mean, I've never eaten actual pickled watermelon, but I eat the.
Oh, that's good.
I used to cut my watermelon like whenever I got a slice of it, I'd cut my watermelon off and give the red part to a sibling, but I'd save a little bit where the seeds were because I like spitting the seeds out, and I liked eating the soury part. And we had vines of watermelons growing in my front yard every year because we would spit watermelon seeds until the whole seedless watermelon thing became a thing, and now no more watermelons for free.
I've got to backtrack. Pickled watermelon?
Yeah, pickled watermelon rind. It's pretty popular.
Is there anything that we won't like shove into a vat of brine and vinegar and
No.
just let it ferment?
No.
There's some things that don't like doing it.
Like what?
Like candy bars.
Ugh.
I can see how that would resist pickling.
Yeah.
But most vegetables and fruit can be pickled.
Yeah, like Toger's got a bunch of pickled fucking garlic in there, which I think is just odd.
Oh, pickled garlic's so fucking good.
How about asparagus? Is that any good
I
pickled?
love garlic, but I've never.
I do like asparagus. I bet it would be delicious pickled.
I bet it would be. I bet it would finally be flavored all the way through.
Yeah. Yeah. Instead of having that center of bland.
That's my biggest problem with asparagus is I was like, there's such a fine line between overcooking it and getting the flavor all the way through to the middle, and that's my test of if you can cook or not. Can you make the asparagus taste good all the way through without making it mush?
Oven 400 degrees, garlic, salt, and pepper, olive oil.
For about 5 minutes.
5 to 8, depending.
Yep.
And it also depends on how much of the butt you cut off too.
The
Or
butt.
grill it.
The asparagus will let you know how much to take off.
The
If you bend
asparagus-
it, it will snap where it needs to snap off at.
Oh,
Yup.
really?
Well, damn.
The asparagus knows.
I don't
What
ever
about
really get
asparagus?
fresh asparagus. I always just get frozen.
Asparagus is like, it's got the same symbiosis to humans as mushrooms do, in my personal opinion.
Oh, they grow in your shower?
No.
Ew.
They,
You don't have shower mushrooms, Mahogany?
No, my shower's clean, thank you.
No, yeah, but you still grow shower mushrooms. It's what you do.
if you harvest them and you chop those up into a stir fry, you'll see God.
I want to go ahead and say categorically no to that. Secondly, if there were if there were a shower mushroom in my shower, it would be microscopic. Because if I could see it, cleaning that fucker away. No.
So what were you? So Frakes, how is mushrooms symbiotic to humans, please?
There is a theory with evidence to back it up that mushrooms create their ecosystem. They are the architect and the foundation of an ecosystem. So if there is a species that is beneficial to mushrooms, they will assist in that species either by feeding them or opening new synapse pathways in their brain, having neural networks that operate at a faster level for a certain period of time. If there's a species that is detrimental to a type of mushroom, the mushroom kills them. That's why you don't see black fungus or black mold in the wild, because as a fungus, it is actively trying to kill humans. Because it only grows in houses and structures and buildings that humans have built.
So are we detrimental or are we useful
We
to
are
them?
detrimental to black mold. And as we were evolving, when we climbed out of the trees, we were beneficial to mushrooms. So the older, genus and families of mushrooms, shiitakes and psilocybin and all that, were beneficial to us. They still are, because mushrooms are loyal. They'll never let you down.
Psilocybin, yes. The rest of mushrooms, no. Because,
Man, fuck you, Mahogany.
Yo, I mean, look, okay. So if you had been through what I've been through, you wouldn't be able to eat mushrooms either.
What were you with through, Mahogany?
Tragic
back in the
backstory
days-
incoming.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Back in the day when I was young, we used to go hula hooping at people's houses.
What are you, 85?
No, but that's almost the year I was born.
What, like hippie? Hang on, like hippie caroling? Like y'all would get together in a group and hula hoop in somebody's front yard?
It's like a drum circle.
So, we get off work, and we're like, whose house are we hanging out at tonight? So we go, whoever's house we were hanging out to, mainly, usually it was, one of 4 houses, but this night we were hanging out at these guys that lived on Spring Street, and we grabbed our hula hoops, and we go to the house, and we get them to, they have to rearrange their living room, so we have hula hoop space in their living room. And the Frakes, you've seen my hoops, they're big.
Yeah.
Big hippie hula hoops or whatever. But so that night, we're doing mushrooms and we're hula hooping and we're having a good time.
She also did all this in Oregon, where it's okay.
Yeah, totally. And we're having a good time. And, it's getting later. The mushrooms are really starting to kick in. We're having a great time. Dude comes back from just freshly picking mushrooms. And he's like, who wants some of these? And I'm like, I do. And I grab it and I pop it in my mouth and I start chewing. And everybody's like, oh, shit. I'm like, what? And then I taste it. And there was a literal clump of shit on the bottom of
Yep.
what
you gotta
I ate.
wash your mushrooms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
man.
when you're already tripping, you're not thinking, you're just eating the mushrooms. I'm like, yes, more mushrooms. And so ever since that day, all mushrooms have tasted like poop to me.
You know what it is?
Therefore,
I'll tell you
no
exactly
mushrooms.
what it is. That mushroom knew. That mushroom knew you were getting greedy for the trip. And it was like, you know what? I'm going to leave this shit on me. I've got to teach her a lesson.
I don't like this weird druidic side of you. You need to quash this.
Even the mushrooms are telling you, dude, stop the
You gotta
drugs.
listen to the voice of the
That's
mushroom, Mahogany, man.
That's a hell of an intervention.
You know, I've never played a druid, and I do have very druidic mentality.
Do you?
Druids are
I think it's too
fun.
close to home. It's too real.
I don't know.
It's like you want to play a game to escape from yourself, not just be
I found,
you.
I found the
that's why I'm
concept
a
of
badass.
playing a druid pretty boring. I just can't make myself
Dude.
what? I just
No, man. Think about a druid that is not love nature, but a druid that's like, fuck civilization. We're gonna tear down those walls. We're gonna destroy their governmental infrastructure. We're gonna uproot everything and have the animals running the way they used to, man. The way it's meant to be.
yeah, but who's gonna buy all my dungeon loot if we destroy the cities? That's ridiculous.
Oh, you're letting greed control you, man.
Yeah, that's
Man,
why that's why I'm playing this this fantasy game, so I can pretend to be
gotta
rich at least.
You gotta shut off the greed, man. Lose the ego. Eat some more mushrooms.
Listen, I'm a socialist in real life. I don't have to pretend to be one.
I really want to make a druid who's also a android.
An android.
So when he shifts into animals, he just fucking morphs his body into a rabbit or something. Yeah. It's very transforming. I thought it'd be awesome.
Well, there is the 5e Warforge
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Warforged. That was the word I was trying to think of. That's what I want to do.
That would be kind of neat in a specific setting. Like 5e has gotten real out there in my personal opinion on it's as bad as Starfinder when it comes to playable races.
Well, I mean, I don't consider that is not the part of Starfinder I consider bad, but like
No,
having a lot of playable races is actually the only selling point to me because I love the Star Wars RPGs they used to make where there was a fucking shit ton of playable races.
I just wish that they would do more, like, when it comes to describing these playable races. Describe
Yes.
them in, like, at least as much detail as you describe the core races.
Elves and the dwarves.
Yeah.
The
Because I feel like they're, like,
races.
it's based off this thing from this one show. You've seen it, right? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you know the thing.
Yeah, the thing. It's like a monkey with I don't know, skin flaps that lets it glide.
Yeah, that's why I like 5e for all the races. It's not just like, do you want tall, skinny human, short, fat human, or human?
Or green human.
Green, angry human.
Not all half-orcs are angry. Just all the ones that I've met.
Yeah, most half-orcs are angry.
They just
Half-elves, too. Half-elves are super angry.
That was cool, too. Like, in Pathfinder, for the core races, they have, like, race issues and stuff.
Time out.
Okay. Sorry, you started talking and I couldn't hear you.
Who?
Who, me?
You, Mahogany.
Oh, words.
How about now?
You're back. Okay.
Words.
You just cut out for a minute. I'm like, I didn't know if it was going to be a problem.
We should totally leave this in
Why?
so they can see our flawless technical skills.
Flawless technical.
I'll decide when I listen for the second time. So what were you saying?
Who, me?
Or was I talking?
No.
Somebody said something about racial issues in.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I was saying. So, like, in Pathfinder, it'll say, like, the dwarves have an issue with the elves because of this reason, and yada, yada, yada. I thought
Dude,
that was really cool.
that spans back to 2nd or 3rd edition D&D.
You mean
I know.
Tolkien. It spans back to Tolkien, where they stole it from.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think maybe that's my issue with the modern day tabletops is they've kind of branched away from Tolkien fantasy into more weird fantasy.
Weird.
Jazz fingers or spirit fingers fantasy.
Isn't that the core of what fantasy should be? Like, I feel like people
Absolutely.
are like, oh, fantasy is this, and all this is just reality reskinned, and that's bullshit. Like, I think it's kind of like I think that's partially why I stayed away from some of the core tabletop gaming stuff is because, like, a lot of real world issues are just like amplified and glorified in that, as opposed to let's do something completely fantastic, something completely, something that doesn't just mirror reality.
Yeah.
Well, see, I have to shift gears sometimes to really embrace the weird.
I'll never let you look at a Troika book then.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, that's fine.
Probably for the best.
Is that pornographic?
No. It's
Then I'm not interested.
all right. There you go.
That's where you embrace the weird. Hentai.
No. Not exclusively.
I also really like Toker's edit of my hentai thing. In the beginning of either the last episode or the episode before that.
Oh, you assume that I actually listen to these? No.
No, not this one, the main show.
You assume he listens to that too.
Yeah.
He's as bad as you are when it comes to listening to our own stuff.
No,
I go and look at the visual edits, thank you.
Are you what are you talking about? I'm confused. What are you talking about? Your hentai thing?
So in the main show, oh, look at his watch.
I watched every episode.
I listened. I didn't watch because I was driving.
There's a point where I say something about hentai to Frakes, and then Toker puts over a gif of One Punch Man walking towards hentai.
Nice.
Okay then.
Just a little edit.
I do love.
I was
Saitama.
mad at Toker for putting that thing at the beginning of that new episode. I was like, no, damn it, you're supposed to make Noob watch it.
What,
So
the
we can
Black
see.
Snake Moan thing?
Yes, you're ruining
I saw
Christina
that.
Ricci for me. How do you dare?
I thought it was
How
at
do
the
you
end.
dare? Yeah. Okay. So somebody hasn't watched the newest the.
See,
newest
I've done
episode.
that.
I saw the one where he was at the end, and then I saw one where he was also at the beginning.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Is him putting him at the beginning. I was
Well,
like,
it's
that's
continuity.
not fair.
You know, you give the illusion of a continuing
He
continuing
did it
flow.
just to fuck with me because he knows Christina Ricci was my first crush, and now I've got
Christina
these
Ricci.
weird images.
sitting
Not
there.
my first crush, but my first crush on a female. person.
Which Christina Ricci? Like Wednesday Christina Ricci?
Yeah, well,
Or
I mean,
like-
I was like, yeah, that was back when Wednesday Addams and fucking Casper, and she
when that was like
Casper.
actually appropriate. age
Yeah, well, I was
appropriate.
the same age. She's like 3 years older than me, something like that. Yeah.
I think the weirdest movie I saw her in was something called The Opposite of Love, which was very bizarre. It was like I guess it was.
Apathy?
Huh? No, it was that's just the title of the movie.
Isn't that what the opposite of love is, though? Just
No,
apathy?
she in the movie she plays this like really cynical like chick that gets knocked up, and she's like narrating this whole weird sex comedy, and at the end like never mind, I don't want to spoil it for you. No, you guys aren't gonna watch
Weird
anything.
sex comedy.
When did this movie come out, Terrence?
Oh yeah, like late '90s, maybe early.
Okay,
2000s.
you can spoil this movie, Terrence.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
This movie is
The
old enough
statute
to
of
buy alcohol.
limitations.
Go ahead and spoil it.
At the end, she narrates herself dying in childbirth, and then like.
Unfortunate.
But she's like, no, I'm narrating, dummy. I lived, and then she's like that. No, what?
The old bait and switch
Yeah, like-
character death.
I mean, Bruce Willis was dead the whole movie. Like, how are we supposed to know?
Because it was an M. Night Shyamalan movie, it had a twist.
Speaking of movies,
I was my
yes,
first Shyamalan movie. Sorry.
you're fine. I was gonna say yesterday. You guys know what I watched? Both Kill Bill movies.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen those. In a
10
while.
out of 10.
How is that a twist?
I
That's
don't
not a
know.
twist.
I said speaking of movies.
Oh, I thought you said speaking of a twist.
That part gets left in.
That's fine.
But no. Yeah, it was Kill Bill 1 and 2. Those movies are still fantastic.
No, yeah,
they're
I
really
agree.
good.
They have a lot of rewatch value. I just haven't seen them in a while.
I don't understand all the hate for Quentin Tarantino movies. I get the hate for him as a person. I get that. But
He likes the
Because it's-
feet and the N-word.
Yeah, like that's part of the hate for his movies is because he's just gratuitous. It's like this kind of bullshit. If you're gonna keep praising it, then it keeps being okay. That's why the hate for his movies. You let a shitty person have a platform and praise everything they did and say, "Oh, we have to separate this from his work." Bullshit. His work is a reflection of who he is, a creep.
Yeah, no,
just because he likes feet, I mean, I understand why you would hate that.
he's got a lot of creepy. He's got a
And
lot of
he
other
uses
creepy
his
things.
movie as an
He's kind of a
excuse
creepy guy.
To say the N-word, like to just say it
Like Uma
Like-
Thurman refuses to work with him
and
anymore.
not
Like,
get twisted teeth.
Was she really?
yeah,
But Django was I enjoyed that movie. Watching them get the comeuppance.
Yeah, the very end of the movie and the part about is that the movie with all I hear is criticize. Yeah, that part was pretty funny.
oh, the Klan's been getting blown up. That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah, we can all agree that yes, Quentin Tarantino's a creep, but some of his movies are real funny and fun.
Yeah.
They're very fun.
Also that.
Like the first time watching Pulp Fiction and that Gimp comes out,
The
my
Gimp.
mind was blown. I was like, I wasn't ready for this.
The Gimp.
I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
That's one of my fucking favorite lines ever.
I
Get the
hope it doesn't
Gimp.
awaken anything.
Yeah.
Mine is well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
That's another good one.
But no, Kill Bill 1 and 2, the second one gets real campy with the training sequence with
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
Jaime.
I think he had like 4 different kind of movies or 4 different genre movies he wanted to make, but couldn't decide if he could like make them all individually. So he just sort of smushed them all together.
Do you know he already has the idea for Kill Bill 3, right?
How?
Well, I mean, it would be Vernita's girl going after
Yeah, the little
V.
black girl that gets her mom killed in front of her.
Yeah.
It would be her story.
I mean, that's the only logical story that's able to be told.
That's what he said. And I think that'd be really awesome.
And I think it would be great if it's just a constant cycle of perpetualized violence, because when she kills the kiddo, then kiddo's daughter is going to go after her, and then it's just going to keep rolling on down the line, because violence begets violence begets violence.
Thanks, Dad.
Unless you kill everyone. Oh, wait, that's a terrible idea.
We should kill most everyone.
Except me. Okay.
Oh, I don't care. If there was a button and it was like, hey, this'll push this button so that this many of your species dies in order to take a step in the next direction of evolution so that your species grows better, I'd be like, oh, am I involved in this? Yeah. Boop.
Of course.
Sure. Okay, cool.
Maybe I'm genocidal. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're deeply fucked up, and you should never have any power ever.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
Guess who's no longer welcome to the compound? Sorry. Shit goes down.
Are you going to have a button?
I have a lot of ammo.
That's different. I mean, I will fight for my own survival, but if there's a chance that I can make our species better as a whole by my own and the majority of other people going down with me, you know?
Yeah, but you're playing a monkey's paw right there. What if the next evolution is for all humans to be gone, and that's what that button does, Frakes?
Then it's better.
Oh!
I am deeply troubled.
Thanos in the flesh.
Terance is right. I should have absolutely zero power. Maybe agency. Maybe just enough agency, but no power.
How do you run for mayor?
You just sort of do it. I don't know, actually.
Costs money.
Yeah.
How do I become the mayor of Walterboro?
I think you have to, like, kill the previous mayor, which, lucky for you, is a pig in a sash and a top hat.
JT, what?
No. You have to kill him. You have to kill the previous mayor with just your teeth.
I mean,
Why
it's a pig.
just my teeth?
Delicious.
Because it's Walterboro.
What do you mean our mayor's a pig?
Sorry, it's just an old in-joke me and my friends have. No one ever knew who the mayor was, ever, my entire time growing up. So we just sort of imagine this pig on a podium somewhere in a sash and a top hat.
It's Bill Young.
I'm right.
What did he do to you?
He's a terrible person.
Yeah, he's very shitty.
Yeah, he's awful.
Oh. I just knew him as the old band director.
See, I'm new to the area. I've never heard of him.
It's all right.
You.
Again, my only interaction with him was him directing our marching band.
Ooh, that's
Well, you weren't
scary.
pretty enough, so...
Oh no.
What is that? Whose is that? What is that?
That's my mother.
Oh,
Your mother's a cricket? Holy shit! How?
I lost a fight with the witch.
that will happen from time to time.
Yeah. You never pick a fight with a witch.
I thought I had her.
That's what she wanted you to think. That's what she wanted you to think.
Witches and bears, man. You never fight either one of those.
Well, it depends. I'll kick a koala's ass.
No, that's not a
Yeah,
bear.
one
That's
of
a
those-
marsupial.
Chlamydia marsupials, those fuckers will get you.
I'm talking about a bear.
Chlamydia marsupials.
They are. She's not wrong. They are chlamydia marsupials.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering who was the asshole that decided, you know what, I'm going to fuck this koala and give it chlamydia.
Wasn't it fucking...
It was some Aussie named Dane or something.
I was
Bruce.
gonna say, wasn't it
Bruce.
Christopher Columbus?
Wasn't it Christopher Columbus?
Who fucked a koala? Probably.
No, he probably
I mean,
fucked a
he's-
llama, though.
He's single-handedly
I remember that.
responsible for some disease being here.
That's
I
what
wanna
Terance
say
was talking about.
Syphilis?
I
Something.
mean, he absolutely fucked America, so...
So before Mahogany's right, it was before. Mama, please.
Mama, please.
What is she doing?
It's fucking ringtone.
Oh,
Is it your ringtone for her?
No, that's just her phone in the other room.
Ay, Dios
Jesus.
mío, that's the loudest phone I've ever
That
heard.
is some loud crickets.
I live on hardwoods. Like, I don't have any carpet to dampen the sound.
Yeah, that's something
Like
that
it's-
we all need to work on, is a little bit of sound dampening in
Yeah,
our
get you
lives.
some eggshell. Just pad your room.
well, I'm trying to pad it with books.
Books
No,
What was
I
that?
mean
rug.
like straight up padded cell your room.
So you can look like we're in a metal video from the 90s?
Yeah, like,
So-
it's very 90s.
We'll make fucking virtual backgrounds, but it's just for his safety.
So back to Christopher Columbus real quick.
Oh, sure,
It's
yeah.
not 100% proven, but before Christopher Columbus came to America, syphilis wasn't a thing. Syphilis was only found in llamas. That
That's what it
means he's had to fuck a llama, and he gave everybody else syphilis.
Doesn't necessarily mean that it was Christopher Columbus who did that. There were also Spaniards who came over.
Fuck
and
a llama.
llamas are closer to Spain.
But what I'm saying is, fuck Christopher Columbus. I want him to be remembered as the man who fucked a llama and gave everybody syphilis.
Oh, okay.
I agree.
I
think
could
he's a
I
terrible
could get
person.
down with that.
Pizarro
Christopher
also,
Columbus.
maybe. Vespucci, definitely.
Yeah.
Just don't fuck animals. It's
They
not a
all,
hard
they
thing
all
to do.
fucked llamas. Who knows?
I don't know.
Don't fuck animals and don't fuck kids. This is a weird episode of
I
Oprah.
wonder how old, I don't know. I sometimes want to talk about stuff that most people don't want to talk about. But I
That's what this is
wonder,
for, Mahogany.
how old are you when you know what you, like when you understand what you are when it comes to sexuality? Like, how old is one? I
Dead.
don't know.
You never know. Everything changes. You might be into one thing.
Everything changes.
You might be into something, and then later on realize that's not what you were into.
Well,
That's not
I mean,
what you felt.
okay, so I couldn't even admit to myself I was gay till I was like 21. I mean, I was having gay sex at like 14, but I just could not admit.
Jesus,
And
you're
see,
gay?
like, I know I'm not all the way straight, and I feel like I feel like the best description is probably like pan, maybe. But
So pansexual means genitalia, period, does not matter.
yeah,
It is straight up just person.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I land with that. And like I'm also like only attracted to who I'm attracted to when I'm attracted to them, and then when I'm not attracted to them anymore, like, you know, it's just
That's it.
It's not like I have a type. Like I have a type when it comes to like women, what I think are cute, but yeah, it's weird. It's like I don't really
Christina
have a
Ricci.
type. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I have no idea what is going on in my head half the time. I do not believe I could kiss a dude. Like, that idea is
Would you believe that was the hardest hurdle to get over for me?
really...
All kissing is gross.
All kissing is gross. Yeah,
All
I was
kissing-
actually thinking about kissing a woman the other day, and it was like, nah, that's kind of gross. Why would I
She's
put
wearing
my lips on somebody
lipstick and it
else's
tastes
lips?
weird.
Kissing
Yeah.
is only desirable when you haven't done it yet. Like not in general, but like when you get the urge to
Before.
kiss somebody that you've never kissed before. And then, like, I feel like the more you've kissed that person, the more you're like, mouths are gross, just in general. It doesn't matter who it is. That's how I feel about it. And then some people are like, spit in my mouth. I love it.
I mean, come on, it's kind of hot.
No.
I never really
Saliva's gross.
shy about
Instantly
kissing.
dry
you know.
up the vagina.
I
Never-
don't know. I've seen a lot of women since I moved to the city, and I identify as a hetero man because I have always been attracted to just women. I've never been attracted to dudes. I've never been attracted to
Horses.
other. I look around and there's no one that I make eye contact with that I'm like, I want to put my saliva with your saliva. That
I'm all
makes
about
me
it.
feel a bit nauseous.
It's like, I don't want to kiss until I'm already, like, turned on.
Yeah.
Then,
Yes.
cool.
You guys want to hear something real gross?
No.
But you're gonna say it anyway. So you
Too bad it's for the show.
It's
I
happening.
used to, back in like my freshman year of high school, I was at a movie theater with my girlfriend at the time, and then we were being dumb kids. We
Cousin.
both thought it was hot when she like cousin. It's short, Terance. We don't have your experiences.
Oh,
Terance never mentioned the The first dude he kissed was his cousin. But she would baby bird Reese's Pieces into my mouth.
Oh,
That's revolting.
Yeah, no, it was a. It's not a proud moment. It happened.
I said yes. I wanted to hear that.
Look, it was all right. It was a time. Would I do it again? Yes. Yes, I would.
I mean, if you didn't do it again, then you wouldn't end up exactly where we are right now. So go ahead and do it again if you had to do it all over again. But also, you nasty.
No, I'm not going to deny it's gross to some. Frakes is still speechless. This is not off.
I gotta breathe through that. I'm just breathing through that. The person who is breathing is me. The air.
Was that enough to make you puke, Frakes?
It was close. Yeah, regurgitation and saliva and spit and snot and mucus, all that makes me.
Oh.
And my saliva glands overact because they are prepared for me to spew bile.
You saying the word saliva glands is grosser to me than what? Than what he said.
Oh, then something's not right then.
I don't know why. No, because I guess I can when he says it, then mine trigger and ugh, gross.
Is it just the word gland?
No, it's the combination of the two. It's you can say gland, you can say saliva, but you put them together, no, thank you.
That's,
no, thank you.
Look,
It's
man,
I used to call it
How
that.
about
That
pituitary gland?
I call it the saltwater taste, and that's that saltwater taste that you get right before happens.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember this girl in school, this kid threw up in my second or third grade class on the other side of the classroom, and janitor came in and put down the sawdust, and and they're sweeping it up, and I was just like, oh no, I got the saltwater taste. And this girl looked at me and she raised her hand and she's like, teacher, Mahogany has the saltwater taste. And everybody just stared at me like, what does that mean? And then I puked. Good times.
Everybody else wanted some taffy is what it meant.
Some delicious taffy.
Good times.
So, speaking of the saltwater taste, I want to bring this back to our conversation about dreams that we started to have, but never.
No one actually
never
talked
really
about
went
it.
anywhere.
Yeah, no, please, because I don't know if you guys in the last one, we had a whole section where we just talked about dreams, and I want Toker's dream and a surreal painting. Because
the first dream that I remember having about a member of the opposite sex.
God. I know there's going to be moist dreams.
No, well, I don't know if it was or wasn't. I really don't know. Because, anyway, we're at the movies, and we're making out.
Baby Bird and then Reese's Pieces.
And her mouth tasted like I was licking salt.
Did you sleep in a stable at the time?
No.
Do you enjoy licking salt?
Not at all.
I do.
I'm with you, Mahogany.
Actually, I woke up going, ugh.
That's not the right answer. You don't want to kiss someone to go, oh.
I enjoyed licking salt so much that they had to hide the salt shaker from me when I was a kid, because I would take the salt shaker and lick it, and turn it upside down, and it'd get all crusty from salt and the moisture. And
something was right about it.
That's my salt licking spot, and that's also what I know.
Was it one of the round tipped salt shakers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The little metal.
Salty and cylindrical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
squishy,
nothing came out of it
cylindrical.
because it was all. Yep. That was
all crusted over.
They tried to hide it from me, and I found it, and then I climbed up to where it was, and
Why does that salt shaker look like a well-used dildo?
Put it back. Yeah.
But I used to drink apple cider vinegar.
Oh.
Ew, I used to get forced to drink apple cider vinegar.
It's so good. Vinegar's so good.
Oh, jogging in a bottle. That's
I
what
like
my
vinegar.
dad called it.
Called it what in a bottle?
He called it jogging in a bottle.
Weird.
Because it was supposedly as healthy as jogging.
I don't think that's true.
That sounds like much like many of the things your father believes, baloney.
Yeah,
I feel like that's some
absolutely
shit that was
insane.
on like some daytime talk show in the 90s and everybody was like, let's do this thing. Because that's why I had to do it. Because apparently going through puberty and like developing up here in the chesticle area means you're getting fat. Like, no, I wasn't. Like, when I look back at pictures of myself then, I thought that I looked like I look now. And that's not what I look like at all. I look
Oh, yeah,
like
I know.
a normal 9, 10, 11-year-old.
If I could go,
I look at
back
pictures
to
from 5 years ago. I'm
time
like,
of-
oh, I'm so thin. And I thought I was a whale.
I was like, who is that hottie in that picture over there?
If I could go back to the body shape that I had when I first thought that I was fat,
Yeah.
I'd
In
be
a
like,
heartbeat.
Yeah,
In a heartbeat.
Because losing weight sucks.
I was 13,
It's,
so
I mean, it's not stupid to do, but it's stupid to do for the sake of doing it.
yep,
Like, if you can be large and healthy.
yep.
Those two
yep.
things can
I'm not.
coexist.
I would
but
not know.
to just, I mean, like, you can also be small and unhealthy. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like,
yeah.
those two
No,
things-
I'd
there's,
take it.
There's definitely a point, though.
Yeah, there's a point in between.
There's a...
like,
Yeah.
there's an in-between point, but that in-between point is, it moves from person to person.
Yep.
Like, if you look at me, you see that this body shape that I have comes very naturally from my father's side of the family. I look like I belong in those family pictures. Whereas, you get somebody whose whole family are like stick figures, that person is not gonna, like, that person could never gain the weight that I can't not gain. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that
Yeah.
person, like, it's just would be genetically impossible for them to put on the weight that for me would be like a healthy weight and size. But like, people look at me like, oh, you don't look like you weigh that as much as you actually weigh, because I'm proportionate, because this is how my body is proportioned. And I'm like, I gain weight proportionally, I lose weight proportionally. I gain weight for my whole body, I lose weight for my whole body. But I'm never not like round. I'm never
No.
gonna be a stick figure. And the only way I can do that is by literally starving to death and never ever not cheating.
Yeah.
So that's
Even-
stupid. I'd rather just be
Even
alive.
when I worked out
Yeah.
3 to 5 days a week, I never got to the Captain America body shape that I was shooting for because I'm a cube of meat. I'm very
It's a weird way to describe your
square
penis.
shaped.
Also, in those shots where they show like those 6-pack abs and stuff, they're also they're also dehydrating themselves at that point
yeah.
too, because it shows more muscle definition.
You ever met any like bodybuilder guys? They're like, just don't drink anything before they do their shows. Like for 4 days, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no.
And that shit is unhealthy. And like, when they start to live a normal balanced life, they go to the other extreme. And it's not because they've been so unhealthy their whole lives and their body doesn't know how to process.
Their body grabs
anything
onto
coming
everything.
into it.
Gimme.
We need to
gimme.
save this. We need to store this because if we don't, we're
Exactly.
gonna fucking die.
It's like people think, oh, you need to eat less to lose weight. No, you need to eat more often. You just need to eat more often and don't overeat. Like, when you're full, you stop eating, and then when you're hungry again, eat again. And if you do that, like, your body tells you stuff because it knows what it needs.
Also,
you listen to it,
don't
you'll
eat
be
gas
alright.
station food.
Oh well, I mean,
Yeah.
Fuck
also,
you,
don't eat
fuck
food
you. I
with-
will if I want to.
I don't know.
hot
They
dogs
make some
are
pretty
family.
good gizzards at the Packasack.
I don't mean home cooked.
Packasack's a restaurant.
I don't mean home cooked gas station food. I mean gas station food that comes in a package that you have to tear.
Oh, you mean Lance crackers?
Lance crackers,
No, I eat those subs.
firecracker sausages.
Yeah, those Bahama
They are
Mamas.
good.
They're tasty.
Yeah, they're tasty, but they are bad for you.
Everything.
You know how much sodium it takes to make food like that? And I know I'm being a hypocrite because that's what I live on. I'm on the road 8 to 10 hours a day, and I don't have time to stop. And even in a fucking convenient fast food restaurant and be like, let me get a Whopper. I don't have time for that. I have to stop where I get gas to pee and then grab a food. It's like, oh, what am I going to get from this gas station? Power bar or
Here's my advice, incidentally. If you're dedicated to just like having something healthy while you're have a driving job, If you're near an Arby's, go get their fucking farm salad. That's pretty much the best thing you can get. It is,
How do you eat a salad while
I
driving?
pull over and eat the fucking salad. It takes 5-6 minutes.
I don't have time for that.
You always
I don't
have time to that.
stop.
Fuck your job, man.
Yeah, that's a good point. I do take time
That is a good point.
for long poos in the Winn-Dixie. Winn-Dixie's a great place to poop, by the way.
Now we're back on track. There we go. There we go. We got a little serious there for a minute, but
Or Publix.
Winn-Dixie's.
Or Publix. If you can find
Quality
a library, libraries are also pretty decent. Nobody thinks
That
about a
depends
library.
on where you live.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, but Frakes is right. I've never seen a dirty bathroom in a library.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I live in Carlton County.
Yeah, no, they take care of our library.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah, because
what I
no
mean.
one goes there.
That's what I mean. It's like, if you live in a highly populated area that has like a large homeless population, that might not be the
That's a
case.
good point.
That library bathroom might be also where few people live out of.
That's why you go to a Publix, a Whole Foods, a Trader Joe's, or some other high-end, highfalutin grocery
Lowe's.
store. Lowe's isn't bad. Lowe's or Home Depot. Is
No, not
quite
the
as good.
restaurant. Or sorry, not the store.
Grocery
the
store, yeah.
Grocery store Lowe's.
Oh no, I've pooped in a hardware store.
You know those are only for show, right?
Although I did find
I mean,
I did find a hobo digging through my car for change one time coming out of the library in Walterboro.
that makes
Oh.
sense. You left your car unlocked.
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Walterboro. I wasn't thinking. I was like
He's like,
17.
the best part is he also needed that change.
I gave him the
Yeah.
He's
I
like-
gave him the change and half a sandwich and told him if I ever caught him in my car again, I would, I don't know, beat him up, which was very unconvincing, I'm sure.
I will
I will probably beat
damage
you up,
your
sir.
body.
We shall
If I ca-
engage in fisticuffs, sir.
If I catch you in my car again, I'm going to spank your little ass, alright? That's my impression of 17-year-old
No,
Terance.
that's not me at all, as a matter of fact.
No, he was. I'm
No.
sure he was super.
Imagine me, but really
country.
grim.
Yeah, honestly, or Terance, I didn't know you were gay until someone told me. When I first met you, I didn't know.
I didn't know until you asked me if I was, and I was like, no. I'm like, well, I am. Like, oh,
I mean, out of the
Alright.
four of you, out of the three of you, when I first met Snoob, I thought you were maybe gay. I wasn't sure. I mean,
Is
I
it
was
the
just like-
headphones?
No, I think
Is it
it's
the
I
headphones?
just feel like you give out not like a toxic masculinity energy.
Hey.
it's
Like,
also how often you offer to suck a
maybe-
dick.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Also that.
I do that a lot because it's always funny.
I was like, maybe I was like this guy is maybe not straight. That's all. It's like, but maybe he is.
Are you
I don't
calling
know.
me toxically
But-
masculine? Because
Maybe
thanks.
No, I didn't say that either. But I was. just
That's how
saying,
masculine
That
I am.
since I was
Noob
10.
is the only one who was just like, out there about sexual stuff on a regular basis. If that makes any sense.
I have good friends about that. And my family is also all cool about people like that, too. So I was never sheltered away from gay people growing up.
Yeah, like cool in South Carolina, you come across a lot of I'm not gay, dudes. Like, and that's like the first thing they want you to know about.
No, that was me until about 21.
Yeah, and so
Oh,
you
the
come across that
aggressive
guy.
heterosexual.
Yeah, I'm here for some
Yeah.
pussy. Have you ever had any pussy? Of course.
Yeah,
You come across that guy a lot.
I'm
But,
all
yeah.
about the verguba.
But I would say Terrence is like kind of like my roommate Joel. Like, we were roommates for a long time before I knew that he was not straight, and it was the only reason I found out is because he finally told me, because he wanted to let me use his computer, but he was always afraid that I would find his porn.
That's the first thing I look on when somebody lets me
And-
use their computer. Like, let's check their history.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, And it's like, that wouldn't even occur to me. I just wanted to use this computer because I didn't have one. And I was like, computers are awesome. And I now have access to one. Please let me use it. Please let me use it. He's like, no. It's like, why? And finally, he just told me. And I was like, oh, so I don't care. Just let me use your computer. Like,
it's not the first time I watch a dude blow another dude. Show me them games.
Honestly, when it comes to porn, like, I don't care.
I just want to play Minesweeper.
I don't want your porn account. I want your fucking Steam.
Whatever. Just depends on what I am into at that moment. But, yeah.
So I guess that means that I was the toxically masculine one.
Yes.
No. I don't think any of you were, like, toxically masculine.
Damn, I thought I had masculine overdose. Like I'd been, like, eating gold or something.
I don't know. It's weird. Like, it's like some people overcompensate for things and some people don't. I think as a group, for the most part, everybody is just like being who they are, and I think
all my
cool.
overcompensation is purely ironic. Trust me.
All my overcompensation is dealing with childhood memories of being laughed at for the size of my genitals.
Because they were huge.
No. Because I was
Your audio cut out. Your audio cut out at that point, so I'm gonna pretend like you said just mass.
Gigante.
No, I was a very late bloomer as a child, and playing football, it's hard to be a late bloomer in the locker room. Kids are fucking brutal.
Speaking of gay stuff, though, my favorite time of the year is Pride in Charleston.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I love dressing up and going to there. I actually ran into Allie and Jesse there.
See, that's how I feel like, you know, if you were like one of those like, I'm straight guys, then you wouldn't be like, oh, I like going to Pride. You know?
But I get complimented and it feels real nice, so that's why I do it.
Yeah. See, that's how I feel like me. Like I mostly have dated in my lifetime, been with men, but you know, I'm not like anti anything. I just never. Yeah, nothing's ever worked out in the other direction. And I'm definitely one of those people that, like, I hung out at a lot of, like, lesbian bars, and I just thought I was having a lot of great conversations. I didn't realize I was being hit on, because I'm dense like that, and you gotta tell me, like, yo, I think you're hot, wanna fuck? And then I'd be like, oh, cool, let's do it. But I feel like that's why I've never been with a woman, because...
Women are scary.
Yeah, they are terrifying.
You've never had a vagina just shoved in your face. That's also why I don't have a lot of sex.
So, Frakes, how about you go ahead and on that wise word of wisdom, wrap this up?
But I'm just going to say the last wise word of wisdom is, like, that's, I feel like if you're the top, then you need to make it happen. Like, not like force it, but you know, you need to
I'm just trying to picture,
like, if you're trying to penetrate me, then you need to be like, yo, let's do this.
I'm just trying to picture a girl tall enough to put her vagina in Frakes' face.
Well, I mean, there are steps that need to be taken before that happens.
Nope.
Like,
I want you to meet a 13-foot woman that just grabs your head and goes, right here, son of a bitch.
All right, wrap it up. That's it.
I'd be down for that. Great show, everybody.
Good times.
If you like this, then you'll probably like our tabletop game. Homebrew Detritus is the channel that we go by. Like us, subscribe us, click the little bell. Notifications will come into your inbox about when our next show is. It's worth your time. I'm just as bad there as I am here.
I thought we stopped recording.
Personality-wise.
Show us your Patreon. Our Patreon is...
Homebrew Detritus.
Yeah, it's Homebrew Detritus.
Yes,
Patreon.
you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Patreon. You can find us on the Twitter from time to time.
I'm always on Twitter,
Yeah.
you know. I mean.
On the Book of the Face from time to time.
You can find me on Twitch.
Yes, you can find us on Twitch.
I would really love to do more Twitch stuff, too.
It's
Sadly,
so
our
fun.
Parlor account got nuked when Parlor got nuked.
That is an obvious joke. No one else here.
None of us was on Parlor unless it was Terance, and he was just laughing.
Oh, no, I wouldn't join
So I
Parlor.
said,
They
like-
asked for your social security number. Are you crazy?
toxic
Do they really?
masculinity. That's ridiculous. But like toxic masculinity and like ridiculous like shit like that, I wouldn't be a part of this group if I thought that about any girl.
All right, thank you guys. All right, that's it. We're done.
Good night. All right, so I'll stop recording.